Now Sir Gregor wants a word, eh? Hardly surprising.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
It's quiet about.
Time to be headed.
Do to neglect proper nutrition.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no coach.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
Arisen. I should have expected you may yet linger here. I'm well glad to be traveling by your side again.
Well met, sir.
Another day.
Maybe I'll set out on my own adventure someday.
Sight.
My bed goods. And a sharp axe.
These things.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that theory go to waste.
Guard all you want. Won't make a difference when I've grappled you, see? We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
My thanks. Just what I needed. useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet not all many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle?
If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn. Shall I assist?
Look there. I espy another statue.
Why don't we go there? At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on. Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
It's a glad thing you rested when you did. Well done, Master.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Sweet and stuff. Captivating.
Right you are.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Battle is best avoided here. These means are only completed when their stalls are smashed beyond repair. Well done.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
What's this? We're trapped. Aye! A Cyclops! To think we didn't...
Cyclops. Pray, be on your guard.
We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
I shall lead the charge!
I will be your hero.
Good enough.
would seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry. The sight of your...
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. But for your own sake, I recommend you make your way to the capital sooner rather than later.
Let me get that.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above.
Putting that aside, I do believe our party would stand to benefit from the addition of a sorcerer.
What is it? Changed your mind? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter? I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble ere long. As a matter of fact, one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
You've given me much to think about. Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. While travelling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Get out.
Here I sit. We trounced our foe well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Good enough.
That's what celebrating.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
'Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I was informed of your coming, would-be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
I'd fain put down my steel for a mug of warm ale.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Certain vocations are unavailable at present, save to applicants who already possess the requisite equipment. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We'll not find anything if we don't start looking.
Well met, sir.
I know every place here.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. To the foremost, you know where to find. Peruse at your leisure. It's been a hard day.
I know every place.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Go on, have a look. Many thanks.
Lots to do. And precious little time.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Take it easy today.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves. And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again.
It takes two to make a sale, and this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the Western Road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore, but no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
Need anything?
It's been a hard day.
Will any find their nerve or
Just
Good
past
day, sir.
time I
What
attended
might you
to
be looking
his
for?
work. It's been a hard day. My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
The sea lies in the distance, and beyond it, a land unknown.
What awaits us there? I am bursting to find out.
I could swear I've seen what's needed here amidst what we have in storage.
I knew the village would be in a bad way, but ne'er did I expect to see an entire basque of saurians picking out bones.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle was in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
It's quite a trek, even if we had but to follow the road west from Burnworth. Now there's a hassle I could do without.
What a bother. What to make of this?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Guard all you want. Won't make a difference when I've grappled you, see? You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
By your command, Arisen. I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
That was a sight to behold!
Come to think of it, we might already have the PC stored away. Grab hold and drag it to the ground.
I shall lead the charge! Lad! One more follow your lead. By all means. Let us see what you're made of! I'll be feeling the scars of that battle for some time yet.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard.
Here you are, Master. Arisen! I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind. Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we? I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. A smashing success.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Oh, I should tell you. There's a forgotten rift stone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now? Follow me if you would. I know the path best travelled.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Right, our road was a long one, but here we are at last.